Jonathan Matt on the CSL Dallas Band. And welcome to CSL Dallas, a spiritual community deep in the heart of Texas, connecting with kindred spirits around the world. And you are invited to explore or dive right into our powerful teachings, practices, mystical experiences, and heart-opening connections. And this month, our theme is connecting with others. And today is a special day because we're moving out of our comfort zone with Rev Karen. So join us as we will all learn to grow ourselves, co-create with the universe, experience joy, all while transforming the world, one life at a time. CSL Dallas, let's give a proper introduction to our music team by getting on your feet and pitting your hands together. Let's get it started.
Freedom, yeah. Oh, that is good. Good morning, you groovy people at CSL Dallas. Man, thank you for bringing that. Let us welcome each other this morning by joining together in our affirmation and our purpose statement. At CSL Dallas, we are radically inclusive, spiritually progressive, transforming lives. And so it is. Yes. Okay, we got a lot of good things going on, so let's get started. My name's Joe Tinker, by the way. I'm your platform assistant today. Have you made CSL Dallas your spiritual home yet? A place to grow and an opportunity to get connected? Well, if so, If not, then it's time for you to become a member of our beautiful community. Membership really matters because it allows you to declare your engagement with us. It invites you to go deeper. We've learned that just enjoying Sundays, which is great, is not really enough. Not if you really want to be a part of this amazing something here. This community accepts, lifts, and grows, and it challenges us like nothing else, no other place in the world. The teachings are solid, but they only work if you work them. And CSL Dallas, as an organization, is designed, run, and purposeful in a way that you're not going to experience anywhere else. Being a member means you want to be part of the action and get in on all the goodness. Membership matters. This is coming up for you then. It begins with a free 2-hour session about CSL Dallas. This will be on March 2nd after celebration at 12:30 here on campus. It's hosted by Dr. Petra and Carmen, and a light lunch will be provided. Or you can take a free e-course called CSL Dallas 101, and this will be hosted by Brianna Edmeyer. It culminates with a ritual of membership on March 9th. So March 2nd classes, March 9th, new member ritual. Sign up at CSLDallas.org today. Make yourself familiar with that website because there's everything you can register for everything at CSLDallas.org. Now, next, if you have ever wanted to take a deeper dive into the metaphysical meanings of the New Testament and learn the true essence of the teachings of Jesus, then join us for this special course. It's starting on February 20th, so coming up quick. We promise, now you have not heard the Bible talked about this way. Your mind will be blown, your heart will be opened, and the mystical teachings drawn from the ancient mystery schools that Jesus demonstrates for each of us in the New Testament. This is an 8-week course, and it invites you to see with new eyes and listen with an open mind as you release fear, judgment, and false interpretations. You'll discover the gems of the metaphysical teachings of Jesus through the master teacher, Dr. Petra Weldis. Again, register now. You can go to our events section and choose the course and workshop section. Now, at CSL Dallas, we continue to live our intention to be a force for good through the season for peace and nonviolence. Today's practice is contemplation. Today, I take a moment to relax, breathe, and let my mind be fed by what is good and beautiful. As I think, so am I. I will write down my thoughts and share them with others. If you don't have your 64 Days of Practice booklet, you can pick one up today. It's around campus, and there's also a link being posted in the chat for everyone online. Now, we launched the season on February 1st with our vigil. We have a slide here to thank the folks who participated, 29 in person and 1,000 on Facebook. That is fantastic. And also, we would like to thank our practitioners that helped out, Avis, Christine, Cindy, Jan, Jim, Sandra, Sherry, Tina, and Reverend Faye. Thank you so much. And finally, thank you to our volunteers that helped us out, Dan and Janice, Karen, Kyle, Linda, Peggy, Sammy, and Sharon, making the season for nonviolence important at CSL Dallas. Thank you, everyone. Now, before we turn it back over to our amazing CSL Dallas music team, we want to give you an invitation. Come and embrace your own singing talents by joining the upcoming Easter choir. This is a special celebration. Rehearsals will be each Wednesday starting February 19th, and they run for about 90 minutes in the evening. If you're interested in sharing your gift, please see either Candy or Glenda after today's celebration. They will get you signed up and motivated to get singing. Now, let's settle into this morning with our music team. Candy, Aaron, Glenda, and Shar are here. And our CSL Dallas band, Brad, Jonathan, Matt. They're going to get you going all service long. And finally, let us go within and center with spiritual coach Carol Merlo. Thank you.
I will make a quiet place within my heart, and I will wait upon the Lord, wait upon the Lord. I will make a quiet place within my mind, and I will wait upon the Lord, wait upon the Lord. Be still, my soul, be still, my soul, be still and know. I will make a quiet place within my life, and I will wait upon the Lord, wait upon the Lord.
Let's go within together, closing our eyes and just noticing beyond the physical form, beyond the time and space events and situations, conditions, recognizing that what is deep within is eternal, expansive, so open. And as we allow ourselves to receive this impress, this knowingness, letting go of all the thoughts and ideas of what it should be, what it needs to be, recognizing this deep truth, this deep knowingness of the divine intelligence that is centered right here, right now, inside each and every one of us, that there is nothing holding us back from experiencing every single moment of every single day that spiritual reality, that spiritual truth that is right here, right now. Knowing that no matter what is happening in the world, there really is a place of peace and joy that's only a thought away. Knowing that this is the truth. This is the peaceful place within. We affirm it together by saying, and so it is.
Be still, my soul, be still, still, my soul, be still, and know. I will make a quiet place within my life, and I will wait upon the Lord, wait upon the Lord. I will make a quiet place. I will make a quiet place. One, two, three, four. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Beloved community, we gather in unity. All are welcome here, all are blessed and a blessing to be. use this microphone? This is Aaron's. So we're celebrating Black History Month with all of our beautiful music and some thoughts and quotes. And it's so important to celebrate Black History Month because it's so important to celebrate history. You know, it's astonishing to me how little people today are taught about history and geography. It's really extraordinary, considering the amount of time that I spend traveling and how little people know where things are in the world. But more importantly, when history is denied, avoided, and not brought forward, or simply overlooked. And sometimes it's out of ignorance, but often it's on purpose. And so we celebrate Black History Month to remember that there are histories that are unspoken or that we actually need to remember. There's so much value in everybody's history, and Black history is so much a part of the U.S. So, I heard an interesting, you know, those pass-it-ons you hear on the radio, the little pass-it-on thing. I was driving, so I couldn't write down the woman's name. The first home security was created by a Black woman in her home in the 1920s because she lived in a reasonably uncomfortable neighborhood, and she put a camera at her front door. And that was the seed of the first home security system way back when, right? Do we know this? No, of course not. It's crazy. So the other thing is there's a fabulous little documentary on Netflix right now. It's called Black Girls Hand Games. Now, I played hand games as a kid. I wonder how many of the rest of you did. Yes, right? 3, 6, 9, the goose drank wine, the monkey chewed tobacco in the streetcar line. The monkey got choked, and they all went together they all went to hello, operator, give me number, right? You remember all those? You got to swear it without swearing. And I mean, we played endless games in line, waiting to get to the cafeteria, waiting to go to the auditorium, and you would see all these girls lined up. Well, we didn't have any Black girls in our school in Oakmont, Pennsylvania, and when we had one Vietnamese family move in, the community was agog, especially when I made friends with her. I had no idea that all those come out of Black girls' hand games. I had no idea. I was so intrigued when it said hand games because I grew up with them. And some of the ones that I know, they filmed kids doing them. And then they filmed older ones and ones I've never even heard of. And then they showed how some of the hand games of the American Black girls were seeds of like rap and hip hop music that you hear today. And then they traced it back into the African culture with the beats, the syncopation, the same rhythms that were in the hand games that were actually from the traditions that they were not allowed to remember. Whew. It's worth watching. It was like 45 minutes. It's really worth watching, especially if you, like me, played hand games and had no idea. This is why we celebrate Black History Month. I love knowing that the Christmas tree and Santa Claus basically come from Northern Europe, especially from Germany. But why don't I know that my hand games come from African Americans? Why isn't that equally as interesting and important? Well, it is now because somebody made a great video. So we celebrate Black History Month to bring all of these things forward. It's not just, the one Black person who did something great and let's acknowledge, but all the many, 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 many ways we're all creating history together, and all history matters. So I love these quotes that Aaron and the music team picked out, so I'm going to share some of them with you, providing, of course, I can read them. So these two go together. I love these. These are all on change. Not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it's faced, right? Leadership Lab, Facing Racism at CSLDallas, one of the reasons why. And I love this one from Angela Davis. I am no longer accepting the things I cannot change. I'm changing the things I cannot accept. Bam! Yes. Oh my God. How many times do we use our spirituality to resign ourselves? I'm just going to accept it. There's a reason for it. Good's going to come out. No. No. That's what we say the universal no to. I love this quote. And as powerful as it is for us, any of us, it's incredibly powerful to remember where it's needed the most right now, right? Okay, so now we have to, my slides got out of order. I'm not sure what happened, so I'm just going to fix it here. We're just going to go by my lovely Black History slide. Okay, and then these. I love these two quotes together so much. If you want to fly, you have to give up the things that weigh you down. Toni Morrison. Okay, now follow that with this one. We delight in the beauty of the butterfly, but rarely admit the changes it has gone through to achieve that beauty. Maya Angelou. Maybe those are some of the things that we have to let go of that weigh us down. Crawl out of our shell, break out of the confines and limitations. And so we stand witness to how much African Americans and the blacks in our nation have been required to do that for themselves and to be supported by those of us who think that nobody should have to do that kind of work by themselves.
Man, that was good, wasn't it? Yeah, please don't forget what you're living for. Yes? Yes. And we're living for all this month talking about connecting with others. Isn't it better? Isn't our life more richer when we have great relationships? Could you imagine just walking through this big old blue marble without anybody else? I know some of you can, especially you introverts. Ooh. Give it a couple of weeks, though, you'd be going, where are my peeps? So please don't forget what you're living for, and we're living for connecting with others and deepening our relationship with them. Least we not forget, where does it begin, the relationship? Right here, right? And then here. The two becomes one. So this morning, okay, it's time to get uncomfortable. Because it's really all about today about, are you getting out of your comfort zone? Okay, I hear a few. Yes, just a few. Here, I thought about this. I know it's been warm lately here in Dallas, but we've got a big all across the Northeast, lots of snow, right? So it's warm inside. You're all snuggled up. You got a fire in the fireplace. You got lots of food in the fridge. And you know that you're supposed to be getting ready to go to a birthday party for a friend. And you're like, but it's warm inside and I'm all snuggled up and I got plenty of food and I really don't want to leave this fireplace. It's just so comfortable. I don't want to go take a shower. And then I have to pick out an outfit, and what if it's not a good outfit? What is it really, walk in the door, and no one says anything about my outfit, and then there are people when I got my friend, but I don't know all these other people, and then I have to start chit-chatting and small conversations, and I might just rather hide in the kitchen and do the dishes or something, but it's like, oh my goodness, I think I'm just going to stay comfortable. And you don't go. Many of you can relate to this, right? Right? And what has happened? It's all happened in our mind, projecting what it's going to be. It's too much trouble. I mean, I do this a lot. Like, oh no, Peter wants to go out and play in the snow when it snowed in Dallas. I'm like, I have to put on my coat and then my gloves and then my hat and then my shoes. And it's just for what, 5 minutes? It's just, I don't want to get out of my comfort zone. I'm comfortable right here. But I would have missed laughing with her in the snow. You might have missed meeting your soulmate at the birthday party or the new job because you made a great connection, or at the very least, your friend loved that you showed up when you said you would. That's what we're about today. So the thing is the comfort zone's really a bad trap. We think we're comfortable in it, but we're just stuck where we are. And this happens when we unconsciously stay in patterns because they feel safe, they feel familiar, even if they don't serve us. They no longer serve us. I cannot tell you how many patterns are so right in front of my face that I'm very conscious of, but I really have yet to intentionally change them. I'm letting you in on a little secret. Peter will say, you can learn anything you want. I've watched you. You can learn how to use a camera well. You can learn how to, keep up with social media. Or, oh my God, I learned so much in my new business. It's all brand new stuff. And I've learned it. But there's some patterns that I have yet to say, I'm intentionally going to get out of my comfort zone and learn a new move. So this talk is really for me. Y'all are just coming along for the ride. Transformation begins when we recognize and disrupt these patterns shaped by our past, because they're all in the past, they're not in the now. And as we know, we can consciously create a new reality when we intentionally say the new reality is to be here and created. But it takes that conscious effort. And growth does begin when we challenge past conditioning. Is this true? What my conditioning has taught me from my parents or my school years or whatever, right? And the truth is that our highest self and our best relationships, trust me on this, our highest self and our best relationships exist outside this comfort zone. So we got to get going. I do want to consciously improve the way I relate with people. I'm blindsided sometimes with how I relate with people. I think I'm pretty good with people. I'm a people person. But there's still these patterns that I've got to break. And yes, as with anything, it's uncomfortable. I broke the pattern of eating. At the beginning, it was uncomfortable. Then it got very comfortable. And then it was like, oh my gosh, I ought to do this. Guess what? I let that pattern break, and then I got very uncomfortable again. I have to re-engage that pattern. So it's okay if we fall off, but we have to start breaking the patterns to begin with if we want a relationship with ourselves or someone else to be different. So it's sometimes uncomfortable for me to pause and ask myself, is this true? Is this really happening? What I think is in my head, and my head is telling me, is this really happening? And it's uncomfortable. Because if I reveal what I'm thinking, I've revealed that I've made an assumption, and the assumption most likely is not true. And I feel bad that it's not true, so I just keep the patterns going. Anybody relating with me, or is it still just my talk? I got some hands in the back. Hands online. I see you. You're at home in the comfort. You didn't want to get out. Leave your fireplace. You got to get out and come see me in person. All right. So we're operating on so many levels on autopilot, right? And so I say, autopilot no more. Let's get out of the comfort zone. So I brought two great tools today. And I've been working with one. I've been working with one for many, many years. Some of you, as soon as I reveal it, are going to go, that again? Oh, I've read that book, or whatever it is. Stop. Brought two great tools to break out of our pattern and dramatically improve our closest relationships. They are specific, they are tangible, and they are actionable, as long as we're willing to take action. All right. But before I even go to the first one, let's just take a little inventory. See if you're really on this with me, or this talk is really just for me. Do any of these sort of sound familiar? Might call them common mistakes or whatever that impact our relationships. Do any of these, one of these, ring true? You can just say, shout out a yes and hit your hand at home, raise your hand, whatever. Being inconsistent with words and actions. Holding back from expressing your thoughts and emotions. Going against what you say you want. I've got 3 so far. It's like those counting things on social media. Okay, avoiding or distracting yourself from the truth. Ooh. Listening to the stories in your head instead of what's right here in front of you. What is that, 5 for 5? Oh, God. Okay, attached to the outcomes. Never. Not me. Trying to control other people. Oh, I think I just need to go. Why is this talk mine? Blaming others. Punishment and self-flagellation. Overdoing and overperforming. Ooh. And not taking responsibilities for your actions. Okay, am I the only person in the room that checked them all? Okay. Well, so this first tool is going to help us with these. It's profound. Like I said, it's well known. And it can assist us in breaking free from patterns that don't serve us. All right. And it's this little, small, yet mighty book that many of us have heard about and probably read. I mean, how many times? I'm on 4th. The 4 agreements. But yet I found this, I love this quote from Don Miguel Ruiz. The real us is pure love, pure light. And see, this is who we are. This is who we've always been intended to be, but our patterns get in the way, and we don't want to change them because it's comfortable. So even if you've read it before, in this moment, I'm just going to invite you to take a breath wherever you are, even in the comfort of your home. Because now we're each bringing our wholly evolved, transformed, conscious self to it right now. Let's see what new gifts it has to offer us. So there are 4 agreements. We know them. The first one is be impeccable with your word. Now, as we know and as we teach every single day, the power of our words can set us free and allows us to express ourselves. It can enable us to build deeper bonds with people. But there is, as we know, also a darker side to it, isn't there? When we carelessly use our words, we cause irreparable harm to the relationships that we have. That includes words within ourselves or even spoken out loud and to others, right? We know how fast a long-standing relationship could crumble, just like dynamite imploding a building. The building's been standing there for how long, and then poof, it can create some big damage, right? So, we need to do the things that impeccable with your word can help us break the patterns. First, we could speak with integrity. Say only what we mean. Avoid using the word to speak against yourself. I'm just going to say that like within your own head. If words are spoken against yourself, you've got to stop and say that's not real. That's not true. It's so important. Not just the words coming at you from someone, but the words coming within you. Because the more that they're not addressed, the more it becomes true, right? If you hear something over and over and over and over again, all of a sudden it becomes true. We're experiencing that right now, collectively. That happens within us too, right? And to gossip about others. I really have to, not that I gossip, but sometimes things are gossip that I wouldn't actually probably say they're gossip. But when I'm talking about someone else and they're not in the room, that's gossip. And use the power of your word in the direction of truth and love. So, here are the things to not do. It's like flip, but just to remind us, do not self-deprecate. So, no reprimanding oneself by belittling, undervaluing. How many times, it's like a compliment comes, well, yeah, and, that's belittling. Or, wow, you do such a great job. Well, sometimes I don't hit the... Do not do that. Stop reinforcing the self-limiting stories. Be impeccable with your word. Tell the truth about the story now and the infinite possibilities. Don't spread lies, gossip, do harm to others. Take responsibility for what you say and do all the time. After I think about it and pause, I have to come back and I have to apologize and say, I apologize, Peter, you're right. I did say that. There's a part of me within me, though, that there's a pattern that I will erase that real quick. And I'll go, I didn't say that. Until I stop and pause. And then I have to come back and go, I apologize, you're right. Right? This one's really challenging for me. I don't know about you. But do not be judgmental about yourself and those around you. Have you ever noticed? Just do an experiment. Just go out in the parking lot and see where the judgments start. Oh, well, that car's not very new. Oh, that person is too big to be in that small car. Whatever. Really. Why did the music team choose red and black today? They match my slides. But still, look at all the judgments. And as we start seeing all these micro judgments, right, then we can start to see all those judgments maybe we're making about ourselves. I've said this before. I'm really not judgmental with people that I see in the world that are overweight unless I am. Oh my God, am I judgmental? Because that has something to do with me. That is a signpost. If you're really judgmental on a topic, you're probably owning it. and not wanting to own it, right? So this first one, be impeccable with your word, is so important. And I love this. This is a new quote that I found from Don. And he says, how much you love yourself and how you feel about yourself are directly proportionate to the quality and integrity of your word. So if you wouldn't give yourself high marks on the integrity of your word, you probably need to start lifting yourself up, shoring yourself up, and loving and appreciating yourself more. When you are impeccable with your word as well, you feel good, you feel happy and at peace. And I know, when I say I'm going to do something, I don't do it, it grates on me. I'm not at peace. But when I say I'm going to do something and I do it, I tend to be at peace. Have you noticed? Yeah. Okay. Number 2. Y'all ready? Take a breath. Y'all probably could recite this. Do not take anything personally. Darn it. Nothing others do is because of you. Really? I don't believe that. It's always because of me. Right. Nothing others do is because of you. What others say and do is a projection of their own reality, their own dreams. So if somebody throws something at you, just say to yourself or say it to them. It ain't about me. That's about you. Right? When you're immune to the opinions and actions of others, you won't be the victim so much of needless suffering, right? Now, this is the one that really bit my butt. I found yet another new quote in this time around. I'm going to tell him myself because this is just a tough quote for Karen Fry. Are you ready? Oh, the quote's not there. Looky there. I just told you those. Maybe it's next. Let's see. That would be so funny. When y'all see it, you're going to understand. Yes, here it is. Personal importance or taking things personally is the maximum expression of selfishness because we make the assumption that everything is about me. Okay, can y'all try those shoes on too? Does it just have to be about me? Really? I'm like, I heard in my 20s, well, I heard in my childhood, but then I became an adult. But in my 20s and my 30s, I heard this ad nauseum. The world does not revolve around you. I still heard it in my 40s. Still heard it in my 50s. I wonder, I turned 60 this year. I wonder if I'm going to hear it in my 60s. No, because I'm going to stop my patterns. But listen, it's like, wow. Personal importance. It's selfishness. Yes, I'm important, you see, and if I keep taking things personally, like I have been up till now, to the extent that I have, then I've now realized, yep, it really is all about me, and that's why I'm taking it personally. So I now have a new tool to flip the script. You with me? Okay, that one was just for me. I get it. Many of us need to know when somebody else is doing something, there's a great chance it has nothing to do with you. So you don't have to get hooked. Number 3, don't make assumptions. Ooh. Ooh. So, don't make assumptions. Yeah, well, Peter's in a bad mood. It must have to do about me. And then I start listing all the things. I wonder what it is. And is it numbers 5 or 6 or 7? And then I finally just say, are you okay? Did I do something wrong? And she'll go, no. Something silly like, I don't know, pick anything. The heel of my shoe broke and twisted my, whatever. But I made an assumption it was about me. That goes back to number 2, you see. Because the world revolves around me, it must be about me. They're all connected. So, for this, here's what we're going to do. Take your pictures of the slides. So you want to find the courage to ask questions and to express what you really want, right? So don't make assumptions. Ask some questions and express what you really want. And not the backdoor manipulating questions like, would you like to sit over here, honey? Do you know what Bert's laughing because he knows. You know, and she'll go, do you want to sit over there? Yeah. Well, then why didn't you just say what you wanted, that you want to sit over there? See how much easier that is? Honey, I'd like to sit over there. Is it okay with you? Oh, sure, let's go. So find the courage to ask questions. Honey, I want to sit over there. Is that okay with you? Instead of, I want to sit over there, or would you like to sit over there? And all the while, I'm the one who wants to sit over there. Communicate with others as clearly as you can to avoid misunderstanding, sadness, and drama. And with this one agreement, I'm going to get into this in a minute with assumptions deeper, but in just this one agreement, you can completely transform your life. So if you're going to make an assumption, if you have to make an assumption, at least make this one. Let's start assuming that growth is possible. Let's do that. Even if the outcome is unknown, we don't know how these tools are going to help us in this moment in our life right now. But let's assume that getting out of our comfort zone does in fact produce richer relationships. Let's assume that and move on. All right, number 3, always do your best. Maybe this is your growing edge, not so much mine, but always do your best. So in whatever circumstance, at whatever moment, at whatever time, always do your best. It really helps. It'll help you with all that self-talk if you go, I did my best. Even if the outcome wasn't what I wanted, I did my best, right? So the truth is your best is going to change from moment to moment. And it will be different, for example, when you're healthy as opposed to sick, right? If you're sick, you can't do as much. You still do your best. But what do we do inside ourselves? Well, I didn't do enough, or I didn't do it. You're sick. So that's what he's trying to say. It's like it is going to change from moment by moment, so you don't have to globalize your best on a global level. How about your best in this moment? Right in this moment. And someone's going to appreciate that you absolutely did your best, right? And under any circumstances, simply do your best, and you'll avoid that self-judgment, that self-abuse, and that regret. I did my best. I got up out of my comfort zone, and I took a shower. I got dressed. I left the food in the fridge in the fireplace, and I went to my friend's birthday party. See? I did my best. And then I don't have regret that I disappointed my friend. Now, there's a really great complementary tool that goes along with the 4 agreements that I'm going to invite you, if you don't know it and you haven't used it, to begin to use this to get out of your comfort zone. There are a lot of YouTube videos. There's references all around this. And it's a great tool to go with the 4 agreements. It'll assist you in recognizing your patterns, most importantly. And that is called the ladder of inference. Preacher knows this really well, so I'm stepping out of my comfort zone and talking about it, right? And it's by Chris Argyris and Peter Senge, okay? And it's the ladder is a metaphor. You go up the ladder by using observable, real data, observable behavior. And what happens quite often is we have a belief about the behavior based upon our past. So we're making all kinds of past assumptions, beliefs, all things are coming in. We make an assumption and we have a mess, right? And the reason we do this is human beings just have a tendency to see patterns, right? You see the pattern on my jacket pretty quick. We have a tendency to see patterns, make inferences and judgment really quick. and draw conclusions quite quickly. And it's just from this itty bitty bitty little bit of data. And off we go, zoom up the ladder. And it creates a mess. In life, it's an important skill for us to be able to do this, but not in relationships. So, when we do this quick, it leads to like bad judgments, misinformed judgments. We start drawing inferences from this small amount of data, and all of a sudden, we're up on the top of this ladder, way up high on a little rung, and it's a mess. So the ladder is used to sort of tone down this tendency to do this real quick and to stay focused on evidence, like we're a detective. We're looking for real evidence. So whenever I perceive something, I'm first selecting the data to focus on. Then I want to add some data, draw conclusions, and finally take actions from them. The actions I take then influence what kind of data I collect next. And for that reason, this is why it's dangerous and we get wobbly when we go up the ladder too fast. So we stay stuck because the ladder of inference shows how past experiences shape our beliefs, our actions, and keep us in these familiar cycles and patterns, right? So here's just an easy example. You call a friend, leave a voicemail, and the friend doesn't return your call. You begin to assume that they're ignoring you. Well, they're just ignoring me. They're not calling me back. Then I start to feel rejected. Well, my friend doesn't like me. Didn't have a friendship in the first place. Why did I invest all that time in the friendship, right? Oh, my God. And then when the friend does finally call, I go, yeah, I start acting defensively. This never happens, does it? So I want you to bring two words into your atmosphere. Notice and wonder. I want you to begin to go, I notice. I notice my friend has not called me back. I wonder what might be going on. So focus first on the statement about what you notice, and then these statements should be specific and non-judgmental. Well, I notice my friend hasn't called me back. Okay. All right. Hadn't called me back. Right? Then wonder about it. Wonder. But those wonderings can start us up the ladder. Stick to the evidence. Friend hasn't called me back. All right. So frame them as questions. Wonder why, but not starting to move up and start making assumptions and conclusions and based on past beliefs. I've never had friends. I can't keep my friends. See, we got to stay on the facts, right? So this is going to help you disrupt the pattern. First, pause, reflect. Well, what assumptions am I making right now? My friend doesn't like me, doesn't have the time to call me back. Well, are those fact-based assumptions? No, they're not, right? So recognize when you are reacting based on past assumptions. Question your beliefs. Is this true or is this just familiar? So then you also can seek other people's perspectives. Other people in your life will have different perspectives. This is sort of what I'm making of this. Do you think this is true? Well, what's the situation? What are the facts? Well, these are the facts. What? I don't see it from that. Can you believe that person, or any possibility that they could have at least one more other thing going on in their life, or, maybe they're sick, or you see? Oh, well, that's helpful. So I seek, number 2, other people's perspectives, and then I'm going to respond consciously. I'm not going to respond from those assumptions or those past beliefs or patterns, right? So we use the ladder of inference and watch some videos to basically keep relentless focus on evidence-based facts. You can't move up unless it's a fact. A fact is a fact. And we're not moving up based upon assumptions, interpretations, or inferences. Okay? Now, I'm going to end with this quote. And so here's the thing. I'm going to end with Ernest Holmes, but we've got to get out of our comfort zone. And I'm now dedicated to do this. There we go. That's what I just went over. Ernest Holmes says life, but I want to change the word life with relationships in this moment. Relationships can become a glorious adventure, increasingly filled with more of every good thing as we gradually or suddenly come to change our pattern of thinking so that it embraces more of those good things. Yes, relationships can become a glorious adventure. If one holds the thought that I'm not good in relationships, I can't keep a relationship, relations don't work for me, how's that going to work out for you? There's something in there that's a pattern that keeps you comfortable, even though in the end, it's not as a fulfilling life, right? We're herd people, H-E-R-D. We're meant to be in relationships, even the introverts. So relationships can become a glorious adventure. By the way, introverts, sorry, I need to just say to us extroverts, it doesn't mean that introverts don't want to be around people. Okay, let's be clear. I have found my soulmate. She's a deep introvert. They just need time to recharge. Okay? Give them space. So relationships can become a glorious adventure increasingly filled with more of every good thing as we gradually or suddenly come to change our pattern of thinking so that it embraces more and more good things. We are not bound by the past. Every moment is an opportunity to step out of our comfort zone. It's just a thought pattern interfering with our best and highest self. So, bit by bit, step by step, use the 4 agreements and the ladder of inference to step out of your comfort zone, start trying it out, change some new patterns, and enjoy the fruits of how that can be for you and us. And so it is.
So before Joe gets started, I was actually supposed to make an announcement earlier today. Ryan, I'm giving you lots of warning up there, you guys, that I know that I didn't do my announcement earlier today, my invitation, and so I'm going to do it right now. So I want to remind everybody that our home study groups are open for you to sign up for. Step Out in Faith is in March. It's a whole month when we collectively, as a community, all of us here in person and online, we get into small groups and we have a beautiful study program for all of us to go deeper into our favorite spiritual technology, spiritual mind treatment. And so we'll be talking about it on Sundays. There are videos that you'll watch and a workbook that you'll do in your small groups. The beauty of it is that you can, with your sanghas, your prayer partners on Sundays, wherever you're on a live stream, wherever you're on a class, anybody who's a part of CSLDallas, if they're a part of a home study group, they're walking the same walk that you are. And so we have lots of people that are on the journey together. So the home study groups are open to be registered for. So there's a QR code on the monthly flyer that is on campus, and you guys online are getting a link. And look at the times that are offered. The hosts have signed up, and so the times and days are offered, and you register for the one that works the best for you. This month, preferably sooner rather than later, because the groups are intended to be small and they will fill. So you want to be a part of our Step Out in Faith program. It is really a marvelous way. If you are already in a sangha or a small group and you want to be a group that's already formed, please let Reverend Faye or Julia know that you just want your Sangha or home study group to be one of the groups. You don't have to each individually sign up. So really want to invite you to be a part of it. It's something we've been doing for a really long time, and it is so great when we step out in faith together. Thanks. Thanks, Joe.
She can talk anytime she wants up here. Now is the time. Our greeters have come forward with our offering baskets. It's a time where we make our generous contributions to the support of CSL Dallas. Speaking of getting out of your comfort zone, if you didn't bring some cash today, or if you haven't made a donation and you're not sure exactly what or how you're going to do that, each one of these baskets has a QR code in it. If you have your device with you, you can get linked right up to our donation and give page on the website. Use this QR code.
So hip. And
we got it together. Yeah, but people my age, this is way out of my comfort zone. I only recently stopped writing checks. Let us begin by coming together with our abundance affirmation. The life of eternal spirit is mine to enjoy. The abundance, the wisdom, and the peace of the divine are mine now. We accept our highest good now. Joyfully, we anticipate greater abundance, more success, and a deeper peace for CSL Dallas, our community, and our world. And so it is. Awesome. Thank you, everyone. Remember, there are lots of ways to give. You can give online. You can save us a credit card fees by sending a check, or you can put cash in these baskets as they come around. And remember, if you do mail to CSL Dallas now, we are Suite 113 at this address. Okay, lots of great things we've been talking about, but here's something you really want to be dialed in for. Are you ready to cultivate a consciousness of health, prosperity, and unlimited possibilities? Say yes right now. Yes, of course you are. If so, then our class, Building a Healing Consciousness, is for you. Practitioner Sherry Wood will lead us through these key components. Number one, continued study and class discussion of universal spiritual principles as set forth in the Science of Mind and related writings. Number two, exploration of our own current life situations, beliefs, and viewpoints in relationship to these principles, using various self-assessment studies. Number three, deepening our skills in the techniques of applying spiritual principles. You'll be using the tools of meditation and spiritual mind treatment for yourself and for others. Sherry tells me that building a healing consciousness is a wonderful next step if you've already taken universal spiritual principles and practices, or change your thinking, change your life, or foundations. All of those are wonderful preludes to this class, but it's not necessary, so please sign up whether you've had those classes already or not. This will be a 6-week class. It begins on Monday, March 3rd, and it's being offered online only. So sign up for this and all our courses through Education or Events tab at CSLDallas.org. Thank you. Every Sunday, our spiritual coaches are available for your personal spiritual support. You can visit them in the Peace Room, go through the double doors in the Barong Lounge, and you can visit with a spiritual coach today. And for those of you online, we want you to know you can get your support by visiting our website. Visit the Spiritual Coaches Directory. It's on the website under the Community Support link. Now, Willeen, if you can't, oh, here she is, handy. Willeen has an announcement to make.
Hello, beloved community. That's what I'm here to talk to you about. Our community service team wants to let you know we have some new things going on that we want you to be involved in. So we, in the past, have done the nonprofit partners where we've given directly to them our tithe. What we're doing this year and beyond is we're inviting you to tell us things that you're excited about, that you want to support. Now, mind you, if you bring up an idea for your community to get behind you, you will lead that project. But we're here to support you. And what I know about this community is we support each other. And so we want to do good works in the world and in our community. And for years past, we've supported Gooch Elementary in certain things. We do the uniform drive every year. This year, we're doing the uniform drive. We're also doing a garden project on April the 12th. And so I invite you to sign up online for anyone who wants to come out and help support creating an educational space for the kids of Gooch Elementary, where we're going to clean up the garden. We're going to spend the day together in community, beautifying the place for them so that they can,
Keep going.
so that they can really learn educationally how to plant things. And also, we're doing a mural this year.
So before you go to the mural, so we built that garden in the first place. I want to say 12 years ago.
Yeah.
We built that garden in the first place.
Yeah.
They used it for years, kind of went by the wayside over the pandemic, right? And so it's really cool to be engaged with them in a really hands-on way. But I want people to know that we built that in the first place. Now we're going to make it new and fresh, and I'm really excited.
Yeah, we're excited. April 12th, so get that on your calendar. When it there'll be shifts. And what I want you to know online when you go to the website, go to Community, Impact, and then there's 3 sections: Make a Difference, Community Service, and Volunteering. You can go to the Community Service page, under Community, under Impact, and sign up for that particular event. You can also go to the events page, and there's a registration there. And register to just volunteer and put down the things and places that you want to volunteer. I do want to also mention we're doing a mural at Gooch. Nicole has offered to do that. She's the one who also did the mural in our Joy Village. And it's gorgeous, and she's offered to do that for Gooch. But while we're there, we're going to paint the cafeteria for them too. So if you have ideas, go to the community service page, put in your idea. Remember, you'll lead it, but we'll support you because we want to support those things that are close to our heart as a community. So thank you, and go sign up, be a volunteer.
Thank you, Willene. Everybody, you heard several times today, CSLDallas.org, CSLDallas.org. If that's not on your frequently visited, if that doesn't just pop up when you open your browser, well, get busy and start visiting CSLDallas.org more. You got to get on that website. Take advantage, everybody. And we love being in community with you, so join us after the celebration in Barong Lounge. We'll have coffee and meet our Artist of the Month, Stephanie Austin. Stephanie's got her artwork on display. Stop by, visit with her, and maybe take something home, take a treasure home today. And also, you'll find some yummy snacks where we hang out together in the gathering space. Now, let me ask you to join us, standing as you are able, and sing out our celebration with our fantastic music team.